gentlemen, it is me, Wayne Morris, on the microphone. I am joined by none other than the wet noodle over in Hong Kong, Mr. Jenneth Lee himself. Good evening, Jenneth.
Hi, yes, it's raining. I saw it's raining out there. Oh
It is
gosh.
raining, that's why I said it was a wet noodle
Oh,
over in Hong Kong. Hey, how you doing this evening?
oh
It'd be
yeah,
interesting to see these guys how these guys get along in qualifying. I believe it's going to be a wet qualifying, and then by the earlier weather forecast, a dry race. But it will be set to approximate, so you never know. Cody's might change that weather forecast.
yeah. That is another issue. So it's a very long day for us, isn't it? We're going to commentaries for 2 hours, more than 2 hours, 2.5 hours or something, and then we have to make some dinner, lunch, dim sum whatsoever, and then come back for streaming whatsoever.
Yeah, indeed. Will be an interesting one. Should be an interesting race anyway. With the enduro. Singapore's always a track to survive, but never mind when you're doing a 100% enduro race. And I see IRL Scotty is the TP and racing tonight for the Williams outfit. He's out on track. The man that does the amazing graphics that you will see at Inter's calendar. He's out on track. I think he could be one of the first ones out on track, actually.
Yeah, we are now on board of him, Scotty, the Williams. Now he's crossing the bridge and into the second DRS zone, and then going to start his hot lap. And a couple of cars are already coming out to Aston Martin just behind him, Rolling Thunders and J-Man, and then followed by him should be Jerry Bock, the Ferrari driver. And then there will be a Williams driver, sorry, that is a Mercedes driver, Ramsey that's coming across. And then maybe we can introduce a little bit about the Singapore's Grand Prix tracks here. And then now we are on board with Scotty, so you can introduce the track for us.
Sure, absolutely. Why not? Let's get down to it as he comes around that Singapore sling of the last turn into turn one, a tricky one in the dry. Never mind the wet. It's a quickly then onto turn three. This no turn of turn four, and then onto turn five, where normally you'd be getting the DRS wing open, but not today, not in the wet they won't, but he's on his way down now to turn six, which is just really a slight kink, and then onto turn seven, trying to manage not to invalidate there, and just wondering if we see some of the guys out in the softs already, risking it on the softs. It's a big risk in qualifying to be using a set of softs up when you've got an enduro race coming after. I'd be keeping a hold as many softs as I could going into the main race, but looks like Scotty has kept it between the lines so far. He's now up to coming up. Where is he? Situated on the track.
third DRS zone, yes.
Yes, the second DRS on, and he said that purple, of course, being the first one out on track as the Williams driver. Now onto the new section of the track where they'll go behind the normal grandstand section, because they're reworking that part of the track, of course. I don't think that takes effect until 2025. I think that will be ready. A low traction zone coming around now, this final section of the track. Let's see what kind of lap time we get. We're going to get a 144.6, and then we have next will be coming across the line will be the Aston Martins, I believe, and it's the Aston Martin of J-Man himself across the line for a 144.45, and then down to Ferrari Gerabot, who's next to venture across the line. We will have
Should be Ramsey.
Yeah, and we've already lost two drivers. We've lost Roland Thunder in the wet, and we've lost Dom Moore in the wet. Very unfortunate. Not sure what's happened to those drivers. Did you catch a glimpse of what's happening to those guys DNFing, or
I can
Did they
see
give the
Donwar
SA?
is just in the corner, maybe 12, 13 when Scotty's just passed through it, and then Bridges is jumping into the P1, the McLaren's driver 144.116. Then now Rosie, our TP of the oh sorry, he's on the second already, and his teammates in Alpha Terrain is in the T1 143.666. Then you can see who's that, Jan Yak in the pit. How about T Simon? He's the one who crossed the line, or Wudo? No, he's not the one, and I have on board with T Simon. He's coming to the, oh, there's so many corners in this track, I cannot recognize which corner is that one, and then now he's calling across the bridge, T Simon, and then down into the corners, which is down to the first or second gear, and he won a little bit wide, but it's fine, and he's in there already, exactly this is what happened. The next one is going to be Westall in has, and he is now heading to the bridge.
That's is it A-Dog in the Hash or
Westall.
Was-Dog. Okay,
No.
sorry. Excuse me. He lost concentration there for a moment. So yeah, Was-Dog now coming into what should be the second DRS zone, or third DRS zone of the circuit. Just managing there just to stay between the lines and not invalidating through this new section behind the grandstand and down to the last final turns of this circuit. It's a quick right, then a left of this chicane, a low traction zone, trying to keep it out of the barrier there to the right hand side. Now around this final Singapore sling section of the track, and let's see what kind of lap time he can do. Tetris just sitting on 124, and there's a 143 there for Was-Dog, and Tetris just doing a 142 up in the top spot. But it looks like it stopped raining already.
Yes, that one to say, yes. So, it just stopped raining, and then I believe that the soft compound will come out very soon, and then it's keep drying, and then the time is still correcting by the inters even. So I think they're going to be dry very quickly. How about the likes to come here is the Battle Cat. It's a Battle Cat. This Battle Cat's not here today. And nevertheless,
the Battle Cat is over in Singapore. He's been doing a bit of track work, I believe, and just going around and checking to make sure none of the drain covers were going to come up for this Grand Prix here tonight and Friday. Inters racing, obviously a short qualifying session followed by a 100% enduro race. We will be on the mic all night with you. Make sure you got your snacks ready to go. If you haven't, get on to Domino's.
Okay, you make sure that your bottle of the water is full, alright, buddy? We don't have any time to say about. Yeah, actually, the rain is stopped, and I think somebody is ready for the soft compound and come out from the pit. And then for the qualifiers, around 9 minutes 20 seconds go.
Yeah, they're all putting on the soft tires now. Indeed, getting ready for them. Are the gentlemen all still sitting in the pits, of course, so we'll see these times coming down. It's been a while since I've done a lap around Singapore and not racing it this weekend in Inters myself. I haven't done any laps. What do you reckon we'll see as an indicative quali time here by the end of qualifying? Kenneth?
I think that would be around 130 something, but I'm not sure because I'm not very familiar with Singapore's track. It's just quite difficult one, and now it's better because it's getting dry. I think I found the first car coming out is a Ferrari, Jerry Bot. It's on the soft compound, so it's running his soft compound. The first guy come out to the track. I think it's should be Brussels in the Ferrari TP.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he will be the first guy who running the soft compound. See what's going on.
Yeah, indeed. Jerabot, so I'm with Jerabot on those fresh softs, and he's on his his outlap, and we'll soon indeed we will see an indicative time from this young man out on track as he now heading into where is he situated on track? Just coming through this kinks, and now this is the real Singapore sling where the hotel is itself. That Battle Cat will be able to pick up that Singapore sling cocktail heading down, just getting just about to come over the bridge through the old part of town. And he'll head back towards the hotel and casino itself that you see standing tall there. Then run down the back of the hotel as we invalidate or don't invalidate there through that tricky section, but just still on his outlap, of course. He's going to come across, go across between the hotel and the grandstand.
Yeah, maybe we can have a look on the puzzles, the Ferrari drivers first. His hot lap already, and then the DRS is enabled.
Okay,
the first
so DRS enabled, and we have Prasville now on his hot lap, of course. And let's see what time he's going to set as a benchmark time through Sector 2.
Yeah, it's going to head to the left-handers, then coming down to the main straight, a little bit straight, and then a little bit pulse of the high-speed corner, not really high-speed corner, but then causing the switch, and then down into the second gear for the next corner, I believe, and then into the second DRS zone, and then he's going to turning up, and the DRS is open. And I head to the right-hander, which is down to the second gear or something, and then he, of course, is making the first two sectors is the purple, and then he is crossing the final straight line, which is already explained by Valley. Previously there is a lot of chicanes down here, but now it's changed to the straight, and to the left-hander, and then the last one come across making.
Oh, he's touching the wall there.
Touch the wall, yeah.
And
then he crossed the line by. Of course, it's 131. Yeah, some 131.6. Yes. And then the next one's to Jerry Bott.
Yeah, Jerry Bott will be next across the line. So that first Ferrari breaking the air, punching a hole through the air for this second Ferrari and laying down a bit of rubber. Now let's see how Jerry Bott goes. Jerry Bott manages to stay out of the wall, unlike that sister Ferrari car that we just seen go by, and that's Jerry Bott now to the top of the table. Looks like we've got a Williams then, is it? No, it's not. Could be an Alpine.
Alpine, yes. Ratbag.
Alpine of Ratbag, yep. So Ratbag just about to come around the sling now. Let's see. Ratbag has been on form this year, but he's not on form on that lap. He's just out there.
The next one is Wensi. Wensi cost the line 130.9. The next one should be McLaren. Yes.
McLaren of Bridgie.
Bridgie.
So Bridgie just about to come into this right, left. Try to keep it off those DHL boards, and he does that well. Goes past these crypto signs and then up into the Singapore Airlines signs, and that's a 130.2 for Bridgie. So I think we're going to see a 129.5 from these guys today.
Yeah, I believe so. Yes.
Looks like it could be an Alfa Romeo of T. Salmons. No, it's not. Who's that?
No, that one's in the hot lap. Yeah, Ferrari coming back into the pit. Yes. And Bridges, Devil's status is going to cause his life starting his hot lap and then just forget it for pumping. And the next one coming across should be another William. He's making his hot lap starting, and then the next one should be T. Simon, or T. Simon is going to start his first hot lap, and the next one is John Yak. And not really.
Junkyard Dog.
Sorry, that is a little bit messy. It's Bridges. Sorry, no. Bang. Sorry, he's going to cause the final chicane right and left, and down into the last corner. And he's come back to the pit. No, he come back to the pit. There's something happens, I believe.
Yeah, maybe he heard his name too many times. Done bang, 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 bang. Junkyard. Okay, so we're on Junkyard Dog as he's now in sector 3, of course, coming around that last section sign, keeping it off the Singapore GP sign as he gets onto the Singapore Airlines part of the track and comes across the line, and that's a P5 from Junkyard Dog so far. So he'll be struggling. He won't get back around. That'll be his last lap, unfortunately for him. So only put it there in P6, but not a bad qualifying session there for Junkyard Dog.
Okay,
we have a McLaren Devastator.
No, William Pestra now he going to the final sector. He's now in the purple sector or sector 2 already, and that's a Testra. Making the right-hander, left-handers, and then going into the last corner and crossing the line by, what's saying? 29.5? No, 30.
Oh no.
0.5.
On 30. So that's Bridgie's lap done. Let's see. Where's J-Man?
J-Man. Aston Martin. He's invalidated already.
Oh, that's really unfortunate for the J-Man. Won't get around for a. He's got enough battery to give it another go. How much time? He's got it. Yeah. J-Man, if you're listening out there, stand on the brake and accelerate. Stand on the brake and accelerate, and you'll rebuild your battery. Leave it in third gear. Stand on your brake and accelerate, and you'll be able to rebuild that battery up to 100%. Just stand on the brake. I'll put like 25% into the brake. Sorry, a bit of coaching there for my driver just to try help him build that battery back up. So there's still time for him to.
TPC as like to coaching his driver how to build up the battery. It's not fair to everybody. Anyway, I'm now on board of Westall, and he's now in the sector 2. Sector 3 already, purple sector again. There's some traffic at the front behind. He's gonna get him away here, please.
He's getting
who's that?
He was getting a great tow, but then this it could be almost considered a quali block there from the Williams driver. But the Williams driver was on a lap himself
P2.
as well. So
P3, he is 130.9. And the hash driver, Ada.
The hash driver of A-Dog, where is?
It crossed the line by 15.
P13.
Not very well.
Doesn't improve, so it'll be up to J-Man. Can J-Man now improve? He is punching out another lap. He was a bit reduced starting his battery. He is up and he's going to clip that corner just a little bit. Would have lost a little bit of time there, but he's going well into this second DRS zone as he goes. He swings around to the left there in third and fourth gear. Just dropping it down to third for a moment. Back up to fourth so he doesn't get too much wheel spin as he pulls it around this hairpin second gear. Lightly on the throttle, and that's a great drive there out of that turn, getting the DRS wing open. Now onto this back new part of the track where it's straight through instead of switching back right there to the stadium section. They just go straight through this year, of course, as into this final chicane. Can J-Man hold his
low battery.
His battery's very low. Let's see
P2.
how he puts it on P2. That's very good. Very well recovered drive there from J-Man in qualifying. But we still got some drivers.
P5, 130.5. And two hash driver already finished his lap, and then he coming back into the track or not. No, another hash driver going to cross the line now.
Broseph still on a lap here as well, of course. In the Alpha Tauri is the Broseph coming into this new section as he goes under the Salesforce sign. He might pick up a little bit of a slipstream there from the car in front of him. Not too sure who it is, but would be one of the McLarens. But Broseph about to come around. Oh, this is looking like a good time for Broseph, and it's a 1:30.99. So just a P10 there for Broseph, and that's all she wrote. That's everyone's back in the pits or has finished their laps, or unfortunately DNF'd, and we have two DNF drivers of Rolling Thunder and Dom War. Bridgie retired in the pits.
Yeah, it's the provisional P1. Sorry, not the pole position. Sorry, Wensi is now getting 130.139. Is the man on the pole.
Some fantastic laps there from the guys. Some great racing.
Yeah, sorry, let me go through the grid for the starting first. And the first one is Rancy Badges, is the McLaren driver in the P2, Jerry Bott in the P3, Tesla in the P4, J-Man in P5, East Coast in the P6, Scotty's P7. We have not mentioned East Coast in the qualifier. Sorry about that one. Rancy does in the P8, and Danville Stater in the P9. And Bosif in P10, Tesla in P11, Ben in the P12, Process in P13, P7, 14, Junya P15, Ada in the P16, Racers in P17, Redback in P18, and 2 DNF, which is Rolling Thunders and Donwall. Alright.
I got screenshots as well. So,
thank you very much.
For the Battle Cat, we can send them off to you later, buddy. You don't need to go through looking for them on the stream. We will have them ready to go for you. Don't worry, Battle Cat. But the racing Battle Cat will be also happy to hear that he's in Singapore. He can enjoy that Singapore sling because Racing League Tools is currently connected and working.
Yeah, thank you, Mari, for your screen caps to send it to Battle Cap about this one, and we are waiting for the driver to making the setup. Sorry, the tire strategy as well as the choosing the tire, and some fine tune could be fine tune about it.
I'm just wondering if there's a bit of weather on the way because they've got the racing paddock windows, the paddock club windows closed up there. So I'm wondering what this night race will entail for these drivers as they do their final adjustments and setups. Nobody is to press that button too early, of course. The guys are all out on track. We have 3 lights, 4 lights, 5 lights. We're ready to go racing. Cody's is holding them, and they're away they go as Fancy's leading them away from Bridgie. And Cody's giving me a dreadful. Jerabot's getting a little bit squiggly off the line there, and Tetris just behind him, being quite wary from that Ferrari driver. J-Man's looked like a good getaway from everyone here, and no contact. It's a long race, guys, and you're not going to win it on lap 1, so take it easy. A couple of position changes, of course, as Scotty goes back there from I think P4 or P6. He's now down to P8. Let's see.
Yellow flag. Should be T. Simon. Yep.
Yeah, everyone. T. Salmons. Where is T. Salmons?
The last one is coming time to stop already. So some positional change, not much change, and just yellow flag, and then keep doing. Rolling Thunders is stopping at the shake corner, one of the corner in the sector 2.
Yeah.
And now Wensi is now trying to fall apart, and everybody seem running their tie by the medium. Yeah.
All on mediums. Yeah, all on mediums.
Except one.
Except Rolling Thunder started off on a soft compound tire there, and looks like he's possibly started from the pit lane as Rolling Thunder, or maybe got spun or something, or difficulty getting off the line, but he's up and running now, and it's a long race, so he'll be able to rail them in, of course, but it's none other than FTR Venzi taking the fastest lap first time around, of course, and he's set the whole track alight in purple. Bridgie will not be willing to let him go though, but he's almost broke that DRS zone already. Has Vency out in the lead, being followed, of course, by Bridgie, then Jerobot, then Tetris, J-Man sitting there comfortably in 5th position at the moment. He's got a little bit of a gap then back to Erskine sitting there in that first of the Red Bulls tonight is the reserve driver of Erskine. And I hear there's a new signing on being processed for the Red Bull team. Not exactly sure what has happened. Our American friend, the Mamba. But yeah, apparently Red Bull looking for a new driver. I'm not sure who that driver is going to be. Just some news in the background. Looks like these guys are all settling in now for the long hauls. It's a race of preserving tyres and preserving the mentality. Over to you.
Okay, yeah, exactly that. When it's talking about pictures style close to the Vancy, lap 2, end of the lap 2, and then there will be a big gap, 1.8 seconds. Jerry Ball, the Ferrari driver, followed by Testra, and then they close each other with the J-Man, and then Woodstock try to make the job down, and he spin on the corners that got yellow flag. Don't do it! Whoa, it's so dangerous doing this one in the track. It is not very good for this one. And nevertheless, we come back to the front and then see Vancy is now in the leading. And then you see pictures at the second, and then I think the DRS is enabled already in the DRS chain. See whether these pictures try to make something happen here. And Jerry Boy is 1.8 seconds behind pictures. Then Testra is getting closest to J-Man as well as another Williams driver, Scotty. Followed by J-Man and follow J-Man, and then the other one is the Bang. He tried to make the job done from the inside, and then he did it already in the DRS zone, and then jumped into the P6 and just passed Scotty's, and then Scotty's trying to make the job done again here, and they're going to pass Testra. There is a virtual safety car.
Virtual safety car.
It's Bang.
Give us
Bang.
For Bang. Bang goes bang down to the back of the grid along with Erskine. And Bang's got missing a full front wing there as we're under, but it's still only a virtual safety car. I don't see the Bert Mylander out of the with the full safety car yet, but I do see an Aston Martin back there is Rolling Thunder in the pits already. This virtual safety car will not be helpful for him at the moment, but it will settle these guys down a little bit maybe. Just started getting a bit frantic there for a little bit as people start jostling for positions. And
gosh, Jerry Drive. Oh, it's a result.
And Tetris. And
Testra. Okay, what happens there?
Yes,
the virtual safety car is so horrible that sometimes.
Yeah.
You cannot steal the data. Cannot steal the data.
Yeah.
Cannot steal it.
Yeah. You can be, 7 tenths within the safety car, and then you go around a turn and you're all of a sudden minus. You can be plus 7 going around the turn, and then all of a sudden you go around the corner and you're minus 3. And
it's exciting.
It's very, very, very hard. But
I saw Jerry was just his front wing. Oh my God! What happens to the Ferrari driver today?
Gosh. So lapse of concentration very early.
Yes, there's something happened again.
There.
T-Simon spent a while. It's crashed by the band. Oh my God, I record all the incidents here today. There is re-entry, definitely Simon.
And there's a Williams around.
And Williams one? Scotty.
It's another. Yeah, Scotty was. Looks like he got turned around, but let's get back up the front. Bridges about to start putting pressure, I think, on Vancy for that lead, and J-Man has got through this cork in the bottle. He might be able to get back up and running with these guys, of course. Let's see if he's able to do that. J-Man starting, I think. What positions? Let's go back to positions. So J-Man is now up 2 positions from P5, of course. So he's started in P5, now up to P3 and looking to chase down this leading pack of 2 dogs out the front. We have Vancy being followed by
full safety car.
Bridgie. and we get a full safety car. Rolling Thunder will be happy about that. Is it full safety? I don't have. I've just got. Yeah, there we go.
No, it's all yellow flag?
Just turned, so it was a bit delayed for me for some reason. But anyway, we got full yellows.
Yeah, I got full yellow here. It's sector 1, 2, 3, but no full safety car.
And no safety car coming out on track.
No. Is there something happens about the race or something?
No, it's still
okay.
We still. But the cars.
What you reckon? My streaming is all yellow.
Yeah, it's full yellows. It's a full yellow track, but no safety car, no virtual safety car.
I see.
And
okay,
the guys are still running at racing speed. Just maybe incidents all over the track.
It won't be happening. This won't make sense.
But these guys still racing.
But they are not allowed to overtaking then.
Well, let's see how long it lasts for.
Yep.
I'll in the background. If you continue there with comms, I'll get in the background to some of the admin and just check.
Yeah, please. Yes, we can see now Jerry walks into the pit to change the wing or serve the drive-through. He is going to serve his drive-through and no front wing for the time being. Yeah, exactly. This is a still yellow flag for all sectors. 1, 2, 3. The whole track is getting yellow and no safety car. And means the driver cannot pass through to each other. So that is not very good inside, and you can see some battles between Alpine and other terrain, and then Scotty serve the drive-through speed. What happens there? It's a lot of things happens there. Scotty serving drive-through.
Yellow track, no safety car. I think most of the guys will be.
Virtual safety car now. Virtual safety car.
Now it's been updated to virtual safety. Okay, at least the game sorted it out.
Yeah. Sorry about that. Streaming is just not our fault indeed. So virtual safety car. Okay, now the race is resumed. Sorry, Scott, what happens? You jump in the...
And so they've just pulled in that safety car, our virtual safety car flags now. So we are all good again. Sorry, Battlecat, for disturbing you on your holiday, of course. But let's see, it's Venci still, and Venci's out of the DRS zone. He's probably really pushing that very close, where Bridgie was taking probably a little bit more easy. Ersko jumped into the party, but he's just jumped back out.
I think he's listening what happens about the yellow flag something, which is taking too long. But actually, there's what happens about the... exactly, we can check in the streaming later that... all section is yellow flag, but no virtual safety car, and it's coming into the party again. We are allowing streaming.
Are you okay, Ersko?
Try to listen what we are commentary maybe. Nevertheless, we go back to the field. You can see now J-Man in the side range of the McLaren, and he's leaving the party again. He's called. Hope he's fine, and you can see China's just behind McLaren's drivers, the status, getting to the sector 3, make sure see whether he can do something in here, and then try to find a way out, see whether he can make the job done. Of course, in here is not a good time for him, and the breakings by the McLaren's driver, and then China is getting closer, and then try to do it something overtaking in the main straight, and he opened the DRS. He tried to make the inside outside, and then make the outside, and then he make the job done. Jump to the P4.
To P4, that's Trenna, and he's sitting a third in the championship at the moment. Is the Alpha Tauri driver of Trenna. Trent's obviously settled in with his baby now and is getting more time to put some practice in, of course, but he's getting chased down by none other than the Devastator there in that a McLaren car behind him, of course, as they head into turn 8. A little tricky section, can be difficult getting on the gas after that turn 8.
There is some yellow flag happened. Sorry, I disturbed you. This is a racer in the P line. He hitting to the wall. He's looked fine, but he caused some yellow flag. Anyway, it's still going. And then Proceed is just he run right again. Whoa, there's 2 LPs together.
The 2 Alpines getting very close together, and it looks like Dan the racer's in a bit of trouble. Might have a bit of wing damage that is not visible. Of course, let me check that in the background. Of course, I can have a look if he's got sustained any damage from the collision with the wall.
Yeah, we are now on board still with the Sensation is followed by the Alpha Terrain's driver in the P5, and then he already that's yeah, exactly. But look at the Ocon and Gasly, they're racing each other side by side. And you can see now the battle is in Dongwall and Redback into the main straight.
Dunmore and Ratbag going at it, and Dunmore's got that DRS wing open. It's not really an overtaking section, is that main straight, of course. It's very, very short. You do get the DRS to help you, though, get up in behind. And he's about to come into this very valuable opening section of turn 5. And see Dunmore and get that rear wing flap is open now as he chases down the Ratbag 000 as they head towards turn 7. Ratbag still in the lead, and Dunmore is not able to make the best of that DRS zone, of course, but he'll still be chasing down, trying to put pressure on Ratbag ahead of him.
Yeah, he's jumped into setup 2 already, into lots of car ahead. There's 2 car side by side with each other, still into the battering our Ratbag and Dunmore in the P10 and P11, and now they're going to cross the bridge already and jump into the second DRS zone, and then the Dunmore's wheel wing is now open, and then try to make it turn 1. Yep.
So he's got that, just got that flap open again, and Dunmore really pushing it hard there, really close to the line, but he's managed to stay within track limits, not picking up any track limit warnings, of course, but Dunmore trying to put the pressure on, at least. The rest of the track has been a bit nullified, other than Trenna and Devastator there, of course, also within DRS of each other at the moment. And then we've got Prazville trying to put the pressure on none other than Tetris, one of the league owners, of course, there in the Williams driver, currently in P12, and unfortunately picked up that drive-through under the virtual safety car earlier on, but he's served it early. It's a long race. We've got only 10 laps in, another 53 laps to go of this fantastic circuit of Singapore.
Yeah, we're already getting very tired already for 11 laps, Jason. But nevertheless, we're still going about the complimentary. And then now you can see the tire, already some of them is changing their tires to hard compounds, and then East Coast is running his soft. And most of them in the front from P1 to 14 is running their mediums. And then now I'm on board with Testra and Tostos. They're getting closer to Redback and Dunmore, and then they are forecast together and then find some yellow flag. Who is William? Scotty?
Yeah, it's slowed down. Scotty. Yeah, so Scotty got cut up there and got pulled back down to the back of the grid. Unfortunately, did Scotty. Just before that virtual safety car, and looked like the guys were having a bit of a skirmish through the middle pack, as normal. Bigger battles always seem to happen in the middle pack, but Scotty be looking to capitalize on that through this drag reduction zone as they head down towards turn 7. Closes the rear wing up, tries to keep the track, push the track as wide as possible, but keeping it within the limits, trying to keep it off the wall there, of course. Coming into this little short straight through the middle of the track, past some of these grandstands that are set up here on the side for Singapore as they head into turn 10. Is that Williams driver? But let's say J-Man just on the verge of cracking into the DRS zone here of Bridgie, but Bridgie's just managed to stay out of it, I think, and don't think J-Man has got the wing open on this stage, which he hasn't, of course. And then we got Trenna back there in P4 also trying to catch up to these guys.
Yeah, is that Scotty is already lapping by the car?
Scotty getting lapped by the lead cars already.
Oh, I see. By the lead pad. Yes. He's just checking the data is correct.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Looks correct.
Okay. All right. That's fine then. I just wonder, is there something?
And Scotty's pulled it into the pits.
No, it's just in the pit wall at the side of the pit wall.
Oh, he's in the pit wall.
Yeah. I think he's got some problem about his tire setup or something.
Yeah, must be over. Maybe he got his tire pressures wrong.
Yeah, I believe so.
Could be overheating those tires. I'll have a look to see what the wear is like on them. If he's sharing his data.
You want to see the gap between the leader? Sorry, Timmy, what do you want? Oh, Timmy?
Hey, Timmy, what do you want?
What do you want?
Timmy, go to bed. It's too late for you.
Yeah, position change? No, I think he's looking for the gap between the leader.
Yeah. So if you change the gap to leader, so your Red Bull drivers are 55 seconds behind the leaders. Your second Red Bull driver is he's 70 seconds behind the leader. So they want to pick up the pace with your Red Bull drivers, Timmy. Otherwise, they will be getting lapped. But J-Man is sitting there comfortably in P3 at the moment. Is J-Man?
Virtual safety car.
It's a long race, and it is another safety car, indeed. We're getting some comments back from Timmy.
Okay, I highly recommend the driver who is listening to streaming no drive through again.
Yeah, so just be careful, guys, of that delta, of course. Very, very tricky. I don't know about you, but I'm on board, or was on board there for a second. Complimentary to Cody's. It looks like the guys are suffering there from the delta. Is J-Man in P3 at the moment?
Yeah, I think it's Scotty already retired DNF on track, so that's why he's called out of it. Virtual safety car.
Okay.
Okay, somebody's in the pit, which is you can see Broseph on the pit.
5 seconds.
Okay. Drive through! Oh my god, we just say that no drive through here, not drive through as well. And then Broseph in the pit, changing to mediums to hard, changing his front wing. And then Woodall jump into the hard as well.
I can't believe
Okay, race resume, yeah.
We've resumed racing here, and J-Man, if we can, let's change back to interval. I've still got it on leader, so J-Man now taking advantage of that virtual safety car and maybe taking the risk of pushing it to the limit, but is now within DRS zone of Bridgie, of course, is the J-Man. So be interesting to see what J-Man can do. Now they'll have the DRS wing available to him. So going to be a nice battle here between P2 and P3. As J-Man gets that rear wing open. Looks like they've just gone past the other Aston Martin on track there, of course, of Rolling Thunder. goes thundering down to the back of the grid and is unfortunately being lapped by the leaders. Just shows the pace of the front pack here.
Yes, exactly. It's both drivers. Now J-Man's overtake Bridges, jump into P2.
Yeah, it looks like Bridgie might have got a bad exit there. He just let J-Man go past there, nice and easy. Kind of pulled out away from him. Sometimes it's just the faster thing to do. There's no point blocking a driver that's got a better run on you. Best just tuck in behind him and try to put pressure on him, try to stay with him and get him to pull you along the track. And, looks like a couple of the marbles getting kicked up off the track there as well, that have ventured out to the side of this track from these drivers.
Yeah, very good news to use. What is J-Man getting a push to Vancy in the P1 already, and then he's slowed down to get the 0.88, 0.9 second, which is he can activate the DRS in the main straight.
Yeah, I thought J-Man might be burning too much battery, but he's
50 something.
Relative to the drivers around him, but he's certainly on a charge. Is J-Man, and J-Man's now taking the lead.
Oh, where's his spin?
Vinci's had a little spinneroo, and he's sitting there on the track. He's waiting for a gap to come back in, and that's very unfortunate there for the
leader.
Mercedes driver. Change the leader of the race, and that'll be J-Man now leading this race. I can't say I'm not excited about that at the moment, but let's see how he goes. Got to keep the head cool now. Of course, has the Aston Martin driver. Bridgie will not be letting him go, but he has let go of the DRS already. So J-Man on just over 50% on his battery now, compared to the 78% of Bridgie behind him. Let's see how Trena's been preserving the battery quite a bit. And he's
around 87.
The 87 mark, not pushing that battery, of course, as far as other drivers are at the moment. But pushing that battery can also wear your tyres down further, of course.
We see some overtake over there. Is P-line. Brussels just passed Donwall, jump into the P-line. And then, let me handle it a little bit about J-Man. You talk too much about J-Man. It's not good enough. You are the Aston Martin's TP. So J-Man now is leading 1.3, and he's trying to stay apart from Bridges. They are saving the battery, and there is a long ways to go, 14 laps, which is around a quarter of the racings today, and 62 lap. Whole race is lap 16 now, and we did a quarter only. Nevertheless, we go back to some battle. Maybe I can just change it to Universe, see whether this the battlefield is just Testra, and getting closer to racer in the P7 and P8, and then he's going down the chicane and into the last corner, and then China try to open the DRS and see whether he can make the job done inside, outside, whatsoever. No, he getting closer to him.
Sorry, to interrupt you there. Keep going there, of course.
Yeah, and then Testra is jumping to the another DRS, and I think here is more closest to Redback. And then Testra follow his tail very closely.
There's a little group forming there between a Ratbag and Tetris following close behind, but not too far behind is the Ferrari of Brazzaville. And Tetris gets the move done on a very tricky section of the track, but that was class driving there by Tetris. I hope you picked that one up on stream. But Tetris getting ahead of Ratbag now. Now Brazzaville having a sniff of that Ratbag as they come around towards this old bridge section of the track. Just go across the bridge and they'll start heading towards that Casino Bay area of Singapore.
Well, he took the inside and then make the job done, some contact. But Pascal is coming into the P8.
Yeah, a little bit of contact there, but very respectful racing there from the Ferrari driver. Got past pretty cleanly. I doubt we'll see that one in the pit room, but we have Bensi in for a pit stop. He's pulled the pin on a pit stop. No wing damage, so he wasn't in because of wing damage. It's a strategy call from Bensi there. He drops down to P10, but he's now put on the hard compound tyre. So he'll be looking to go long into the night on those hard tyres. Only 17 laps of this race gone. We've had a lot of virtual safety cars, which of course is slowing down the total time or extending the total time of this race.
Yeah, exactly. He's just the first guy who, in the first batch of the car, who jumped into the pit lane to change to the hard compound. Now he can make the longest length, and then behind him is Ada's, T. Simons and Ben and Woodog, and then there's something happens in Ada. Is going to pass T. Simon already, jumped into a P11, and Wency's got spun, and then he and F.
Oh no!
Yes.
Pushing it
Where's
too
he?
hard on his. He's.
I can't see him. Oh, he's gone already.
Turn 6. Turn 6.
Oh my god.
Yeah. The cranes have lifted him off and scooped the blood and guts off the circuit and put it in a bag and posted it to his mum. Anyway, Venci is gone, but we're still under race conditions here. It's not full track safety. It's not anything other. J-Man's now opened a gap of 2.5 seconds. Has J-Man? So, looks like J-Man's gone for a race setup instead of a qualifying setup. He didn't qualify too well, of course, but did have an invalidation lap and then had to go for a second run. Maybe that's what hit him there, unfortunately. But J-Man currently in P1. We have the other Aston Martin, so we've got an Aston Martin at the front of the grid and one at the back of the grid. Unfortunately for Rolling Thunder, he's a lap down and be getting blue flags all over the place. But fair play to him, he's sticking it in, and if he can finish this race, he will pick up points, of course, for the team, and they will, of course, be valuable at the end of season.
Okay, now T. Simon into the pit, change to hard compound.
T. Simmons switching to getting the hards on is T. Simmons. He's quite surprised to see that Alfa Romeo so far back, that number 3 Alfa Romeo. I know T. Simmons throughout many racing leagues throughout the region is usually a lot higher up in the field. Ersko's in that Red Bull on a recovery drive, also having that first drive-through. I believe Ersko went falling back in the standings of this race due to an early drive-through. So he's got those softs on, but he's had them on for 13 laps already. Be quite interesting to see what his tyre wear on those softs and how long he'll stay out on the softs, of course.
Yes, we are allowed to on board through bridges, and already 3 seconds for our race from J-Man in the P1, and then they are running 18 laps of the medium compound. And what we can have a look in, there's any battles around the field. This will be Dawn Wall and Red Bat again. This is the pack we're always looking at. And so Dawn Wall, yeah.
Most of those medium tyre runners, I'm just having a look at the data here in the background. Most of those medium tyre runners now are on the 18-lap mediums, are running in that 30% range. Some of them a little bit over 30, and some of them a little bit under 30, but most of them seem to be running on the 30% there on that tyre range. Hard runners, for example, of Red Bull, they're not showing data. And then we got Rolling Thunder on the 15-lap medium, hard tyre. He's currently running on 18%. So just the tyre wear difference there for Ersko. Let's see, Erskine, where's Erskine? He's running at 29%, so he's gone through that first drop-off range on his tyre, has Erskine. But so plenty of life left, of course, in those tyres at this stage for the Red Bull driver. It's a bit difficult coming from the 50% races that we normally do, because you've gone, oh, he's 14 laps on those softs already, they'd be dead, but they're only halfway through their life, of course, because we're doing a 100% race. So keep forgetting, have to keep that into account. But J-Man now gapping that lead out to 3.3 seconds out the front. Over to you, my friend, in Hong Kong.
Thank you very much about the data, so everybody can predict what the tire wearing about medium, hard, and also soft, which is ESCO is now doing then. And then we allow to have some battering between P7, P8, 9, 10, 11, up to 13, and then they are running the pack already. And others just try into the leaders of the P line, and then Ben try to make a job done inside, but he cannot do it, and then he can low ERS already, and then you can see Wu Dogs at the P12 and Brosif, John Yap in the P13, and then Brosif is taking the advantage, jump to P10 already. He got a 5-second penalty, if I can remember this is correctly. Yes, he's speeding in the pit lane, and his Brosif is still on fire or something, and he's running his hard tire in some contact, and still run everybody into the bridge, and then going across the second. Yo, that's the ball. That's the pack.
You're too hard on the brakes there, young man. Hey, dog, you need to get a move on. Broseph says it gives him a good thump up the arse. He gets that big ass, a big thump does Broseph there, and he's looks like he's a little bit frustrated now being stuck behind that Haas. He wants to get past, and he's going to get past. This corner is mine. Yeah, this corner is mine, he says. He's on those fresher, hard tyres, of course, where A-Dog has slowed down. I thought he's
in the pit.
Yeah, he's decided to pull the pin on those medium compound tyres. And let's see, where is he? He's already on 29%. He must have picked up, like, is he gone for a wing change here as well? No, they've got no wing ready for him, so he's just going to stick the hard compound tyres on. He'd only worn those mediums down to 29%, but he's got a fresh, slick set of hard ons, lubed up.
Sorry, I just interrupted you. The rest of it's just pass through and try to break the Ben outside, and Ben take inside again, and then they're side by side around the corner. In now Westall is trying to leading a little bit ahead, and then both lights are flashing, mean low battery for them, and then Ben is taking the advantage at the back for this leader pack, and there's something happens.
Our Junkyard Dog is getting a great look at this battle between Bang and Wazdog, of course. And looks like Bang's already worn that battery down to just 10%, but Bang's got the wing open now, but Wazdog's just able to pull away on those fresher hard wall tyres. It's 8 laps versus 17 laps for Bang, so just those hard wall tyres being able to get the job done. So I think Junkyard Dog could be looking to get past Bang now as well in this race.
Yeah, let's see whether Zhang Yat can do anything here, but I think the DRS is both opens by Ben and Zhang Yat, and then it's very difficult to get past here and try to save the battery 100%. I never see it on track. This is the first time I see 100% of batteries come from Zhang Yat, and then T Simon get past Adas is jumping to P15, and then we keep on board with Zhang Yat, and then Zhang Yat is going to do anything in here and go to plan his battery.
I was just thinking there when you said his battery's at 100%, does he?
That is not a good one. That is not a good one. That definitely is not a good one.
That's a little bit of a squeeze there from the Mercedes driver, but some wheel banging. Bang was banged into the wall, but Junkyard Dog has got the move done on track. Could be seeing that in the steward's room, of course, but I'm not a steward, so I couldn't tell you whether it was illegal or not.
You can see. Sorry, you can see Batches is in the P3, and then he changed his tires, see whether he can jump back to the track. And another one is McLaren driver status is coming to the pit as well because they don't have a lot of the racers behind him is 22nd, and then see whether they can come into the pit with a PV stop. And then Bridges jump back into P3 and Tesla jump into P4, passing Doya, but he had not observed the pitting yet.
Yeah, Devastator still not out of the pits yet, but yeah, it looked like a team strategy call there from both McLaren drivers. Pitting at the same time. Just wondering if their TP is race engineering for them. Of course, none other than Mr. Powers himself. I know Mr. Powers knows these games inside and out.
Sorry about Ben. Ben, I think got some damage. About the incident happens for Ben between Ben and also I believe should be Junyat, right? He's doing something collisions on the track, so Ben is going to change his one wing. That is definitely locked in. That's what I'm saying.
Did he have a wing change? Did Bang? I didn't see him.
Yes, he did. Yeah, he did. He did.
Pit stop. So that's unfortunate there for the Red Bull team. But currently both Red Bulls out of the points. If the race was to finish at this stage, I know Timmy will be banging on the table up there and cheering. He's Banglaba driver up the track, but currently both out of the points are the Red Bull. So back up to we've had a leader change as well. J-Man is coming out of the pits, but coming out of the pits looks like he will come out in P2. So Trenna is now the leader of this race. Of course, J-Man being the net leader on the fresher compound of tyre. Be interesting to see if Trenna comes in next time around, but he's only in sector 2 at the moment.
Yeah, but J-Man. Yeah, there's a little bit undercut by Bridges. Is already closest to J-Man's 0.7 seconds by 1 lap only. And then see whether Bridges can do anything with J-Man's, because J-Man's tyre is revealed and it's not hot enough for the track. And we are trying to see what happens about J-Man, and Bridges is still on top of them. And Bridges is down to the little short main straight into a couple of the chicanes down to the bridges. To the bridge, and then going to cross the corner, which is down to the second gear, getting very close to the wall, and then make the DRS here.
Some fine racing, and Bridges got that DRS wing opens, not big enough of advantage for him this time, but it looks like Bridgie just set the fastest sector 2 time there on those fresh mediums. I think Trenna's in for his scheduled pit stop now as well, so I think Trenna will come out probably behind Devastator, but he's still yet to get into his pit box. He's in his pit box now, of course, and Salmons should resume the lead of this race if he can hold Bridgie off, of course. But as they go past the pit entry through the first chicane and then follow into the second chicane of the track, of course, but J-Man just getting a better line out of that
safety car.
Full safety car. When did that safety car come? Oh my God. So that's allowed Trenna almost a free pit stop in a way, because he's got back out in front of Devastator. So where was that safety car? We got no new DNFs.
No, I don't see anything. I just see trainers exit the pit and then find the safety car.
Wow.
A lot of the pit entries now. Serving the pit lane, lane, and Jerry Bock coming out as soon as trainers enter the pit lane. So perfect timing for him to really, yes, indeed, Power. He did very good. Well.
Yeah, he really great timing for Trenna. He got I thought he would have come back out in P5, but he's come back out in P3. All that hard work J-Man and Bridgie had done to gap the field now being nullified, of course. But probably a good time for me to run through the current driver standings. under this safety car. I'll just bring him up on my other screen. So, Tetris took over the lead of the championship just last week, I believe. So Tetra on 71 points. J-Man follows him 13 points behind on 58 points in P2. And then we have Trenna sitting in P3 at the moment on total of 57 points, 14 points behind the leader. Then we've got Jerabot in his 74, Ferrari in 53 points, just 4 points behind Trenna, but 18 points behind the leader is Jerabot. Then we've got a Junkyard Dog having a great season in that Mercedes. Is Junkyard currently sitting in P5 on 48 points, 23 points behind the leader. Mamba currently still on this leaderboard, of course, on 35 points for the Red Bull team. Then we got Broseph is up, I believe, one position from his win in Mexico. Is none other than Broseph Cup, sitting currently on 34 points in the championship, which is 37 points behind the leader. Then we got Ratbag in P8. Ratbag's having a good season so far too. Is that Alpine driver under the vise of Busta this year, and he's sitting on a 31 points. And then we've got Venci, who was leading this race, currently sitting in P9 in the championship on 29 points. And then we've got Dan the Racer sitting in P10, currently on 26 points, 45 points behind the leader. I'll just bring up our team standings. We'll come back to the second part of that later. I think we'll quite possibly have another safety car, unfortunately, in this race. So let me have a quick look at the team standings. AlphaTauri leading the way in Tier 3. Mercedes in P2. We've got Williams in P3, Ferrari in P4, Aston Martin currently sitting in right smack bang in the middle of the table and in P5. But more importantly, they're 2 points ahead of the Red Bull team, who are sitting in P6. So very unfortunate there for the Red Bull team, sitting in P6 in Tier 3. Then we've got Alpine drivers both sitting in P7 on the team standings. Haas in P8, Alfa Romeo in P9, and McLaren, the Powers McLarens, all the way back there in P10, and sitting on 27 points. So that's our team standings and our first 10 of the driver standings. Over to you for a moment.
Yeah, thank you very much about the information. So we are going to hashtag Timmy and also Power. And just from the comments is because Rolling Thunder is not going any lapping anymore, and he is now come back to the pack. It's very lucky that Rolling Thunder just stay here on track, and then now he could battle with the car at the front and then no lapping again. This is the reason why I still broadcasting Roaring Thunders, because don't know, should be Mercy is going to recognize this one. Thank you very much. I already recognize these things happen, so I keep streaming about the Aston Martin drivers who is now in P18.
I'm just going to go fill up my water bottle. I thought I had enough water starting this race, but the amount of safety cars and virtual safety cars we've had is dragging this on just a little bit. So I'll be back in 1 moment, sir.
Yeah, no problem. You just enjoy yourself about your water. And we have 26 laps done for 62 laps. We still a long way to go. We cannot keep talking about the things here, and then we have to take a rest during the safety car mode. And I think the car is going to pack in this lap, and then the safety car will be in this lap.
Oh, safety car.
5 second penalty, exhaust yellow flag. What happens there? Oh my god, how he's going? How does this going?
So I did hear you say safety car is back in this lap, and
I think so. Is that? No,
Looks like,
no,
yeah,
it's not.
certainly is. J-Man now.
No, J-Man just
weaving,
slowed down. But the
yeah,
yellow fat. Is that?
yeah.
Sorry,
He's peeling,
yeah, it's Peter.
he's peeling back off. Bert Liner has peeled off back into the pit stop. J-Man is now effectively back in the lead of this race, and he's pulled the pin, and he's gone a little bit early. Possibly caught Bridgie sleeping just a little bit there. He's already got Bridgie just over half a second. Trenna then another half a second back, and we've got Devastator in that second McLaren. McLaren having great form in this race so far.
He's gone. He's gone.
Oh, that's a Red Bull driver. Really sorry about that, Timmy.
I'm sorry about it, Timmy.
We're sorry, Timmy. That Red Bull driver.
I think it's got some glitch about his one. I think it's got some glitch about the game. Yeah. Nevertheless, we go back to the race.
Yeah, because Rolling Thunder is now being lapped again.
Yes. What happens there? Some problem all the time.
Yeah, I mean, who's the blue dot way back?
Blue dot. There's another yellow sectors in.
Sector 1.
Sector 1 it should be East Coast should be, but Rolling Thunders is now in P18. I don't know why.
It's gone now.
He's been lapped actually. I have no idea what's the timing about the streaming. Anyway, nevertheless, we go back to the fun. Yeah. Okay, so China's now in the P3, and then he is now in the same range of McLaren's British in the J-Man. Also, he's the leaders for the time being for the new medium compounds and start to the main stick, and then
so it's like we
T-Simon got 3 seconds.
T-Salmon's picking up 3 seconds, or first track limits warnings there starting to take effect, and T-Salmon's picking up the first track limit penalty. We've seen drive-throughs, we've seen speeding in the pit lane, but that's our first track limit penalty, I believe.
Yes.
For tonight. Penalties, yes, because A-Dog's on 10 seconds of penalties. How did that happen? My lord. Speeding under the safety car twice. Oh no, because if that was speeding under the safety car...
There's something happened at the back. Two Alfa Romeo side by side, and then crash two Haas.
Oh my lord.
They are still here. They're still here. They're still here. What happens here? Oh my goodness me.
Don Moore still trying to get pick himself back up and put himself back in that Alfa Romeo car. It doesn't look like he's got any damage from here, none visible. He's still got both end plates, of course, as Don Moore, but the racing is back up the front, and it's between Trenna and Devastator at the moment. Devastator just within 3/10 of the rear wing of Trenna there. That's allowed Tetris to come back into this race, of course, as that last safety car. DRS has just been enabled. They won't get it on the start-finish straight, but they will get it on that long straight down to the technical section of Sector 2.
Devil's Choice make the drop down in here after test trial. Sorry, China. And then, no, he cannot make it. I think it's just now in the DRS. And then he tried to put inside, outside. No, he cannot make it. He cannot make it. He cannot make it.
Yeah, just ran out of a little bit of pace. If the track was another 10-15 meters, he might have got that moved on, but there's more opportunities to take, of course. Trenna defending hard now against Devastator, and Tetris will be all over the back of Devastator now, of course. If these guys keep battling like they are, they're just going to fall further behind the leaders. The three of them really need to, if they want to catch these leaders, those three drivers between Trenna, Devastator and Tetris and Prazaville is a little bit back, of course, from them at the moment, but those three, they'd really start working together to pull if they want to pull these leaders in. Otherwise, they're just going to squabble for third position in this race. Of course, so if they can communicate somehow between the three of them, instead of fighting and defending, try and reel those drivers in, give us a more exciting finish to the race, of course.
Yes, and exactly that was saying is Tesla now is for the pack, which is between China, Devils, and as well as China. And then J-Man is already pulled out 1.4 seconds leading the race, and Bridges to the second, and China at the third, and then followed by Devil very closely, and then go into the chicane into the bridge.
Yes, they come over. Oh, sorry, I lost my.
No. Never mind. Is I keep doing is Parcel is 3 seconds behind Tetra. Tetra still follow Devils. They allow into the bridge and into the corners, which is the hairpin, or I can reckon.
Turn. Yeah, so they've just gone around a turn 13 and head down towards turn 14, which is this hard 90 degree right-hand turn, and you've got to keep yourself out of that bus lane. If the tyres go over that white line, of course you will get a track limit warning. T. Salmons have seen that 3 times already, so unfortunate for him back there, but this fight is really between Trenna, Devastator and Tetris at the moment, fighting for that last podium position, of course. But looks like they might be working together now. It doesn't look like they're fighting as much, does Trenna and
some happened, some incident. Red bag spinning in the last corner.
Red bag spinning in the last corner. Very unfortunate for him, down in P14 at the moment. But these guys, it looks like they've managed to pull in Bridgie just that little bit.
T. Simon, another 3 seconds.
Another 3 seconds for T. Salmon there. T. Salmon's now on 6 seconds of penalty. That's really going to hurt him at the end of this race. But Trenna just 1.3 seconds away from Bridgie now. But Bridgie, of course, has fallen off of the lead that J-Man has now been able to extend as we go just over the halfway mark of this race now. 31 laps to go in this race. Now finally we get to the halfway stage. Not that I'm sick of calling a race, of course.
Yeah, I just got some information because I'm going to answer a phone call anyway. Now Jerry Boss is leading the DRS. Songs for T. Simons and then J-Man and Ados and also Racers and also Brosif. So I come back to you and then I have to make a phone call. Sorry about that one.
Yeah, no dramas at all. Which camera are you on? Let me know. So I believe we're still on with a Trenna, Devastator and Tetris. So this is the race I will call, of course. So it's Trenna still leading this pack. They've now pulled in Bridgie, of course, and are in the DRS range to go past Bridgie. But we have Trenna, Devastator and Tetris all battling here now for places. But it's just Trenna's broken away from Devastator just that little bit. And Tetris, we have Tetris just falling off the back of those guys. See what these guys are going to do. All trying to manage their tyre wear and their batteries, of course, for this long race. Medium compound tyres now currently sitting on their mid-teens, and the hard compound tyres currently sitting around the 10%. Oh, Devastator's just had a little mistake there and has allowed Tetris through, but has cost both of them a little bit of time. Battle now between Bridgie and Trenna. Can Bridgie and Trenna now communicate between each other and manage to pull in J-Man? They need to work together. Swapping DRS zone, of course. Sorry, excuse me, a moment. Just not knowing where our camera is at the moment. Going to bring up. Just make sure I'm on the right camera. Oh, and I'll get an ad break straight away, but it looks like we're still on there with Devastator and Tetris, of course. So Devastator just falling off the back of Tetris there at the moment. So this race is just nullified for a moment, other than the battle between Bridgie and Trenna. Trenna within a half a second of Bridgie there at the moment, but we're still focusing on the camera race here of a Devastator and Tetris. Let's have a look at all the guys' data at the moment. We'll just see who's punching out the fastest sector times at the moment. So we have Trenna faster in Sector 2 and Daniel Star, or not Daniel Star, Daniel Racer pumping in the fastest sector times in Sector 3 there. So just an interesting side fact for you while this race is nullified a little bit. Devastator falling 1.5 seconds off a Tetris at the moment. So really nothing to report on there. Other than, let's see, we'll have a quick look at what his battery is. So, Devastator having no battery left, but that's because he's not sharing his data. Of course, we can have a look at his battery there. It's about the 25% mark, really, isn't it? So, unfortunately, my Hong Kong Noodle has had to answer his phone call. He's probably he's supposed to be back at worker course already. But this race not over yet for the McLaren drivers, of course. Bridgie currently sitting there in P2, 3 seconds behind J-Man, of course, 3.2 at the moment. J-Man just extending that lead again, putting on more of a qualifying setup possibly than the rest of these drivers, as we went through earlier. But Devastator now dropping 2 seconds behind Tetris out there in no man's land at the moment, sitting there in P4, of course, is none other than Tetris in that Williams, but so not really, race hasn't really gone his way. He's certainly got the pace to be up there, probably fighting for the battle with J-Man, but he had that early drive-through penalty for virtually facing on Delta, of course. While this race is nullified, just quickly going to have a look at the driver standings. So we've done the top 10 earlier on. So we have Bang in a Red Bull sitting on 24 points at the moment. Praswell in that 99. Ferrari, the TP himself, sitting on 19 points. Batman sitting on 18 points for McLaren. So we have a Bridgie in reserving for the Batman tonight, of course. T7 sitting on 16 points. Wazdog sitting on 16 points. Domwar sitting on 15 points in the Alfa Romeo. Rolling Thunder sitting on 8 points in the Aston Martin. A-Dog sitting on 5 points for the Haas. And Scotty sitting on 0 points. So far, I think this is the first race Scotty has actually been able to attend due to other commitments. TP himself there, sitting on 0 points in position 19, and then we got a Devastator who's having a fantastic race tonight. He's currently sitting on 0 points in that McLaren, but he'll be hoping he can climb back up the points table And with the performance he's putting in tonight, I can't see why he's not further up that table. Of course, is the Devastator. Devastator goes through turn 1, onto turn 2, through this trick sheet traction zone, and then of course onto turn 4, and then heads towards turn 5. In 4th gear as he swings it around, getting into that DRS zone, but he's not close enough, obviously, to activate. I hear my Hong Kong noodle coming back.
Yes, sorry. I save you now. Sorry, I'm in a telephone call because, sorry, well, we are Laos Testra getting very close to bridges. I can see on screen, and they have changed a couple of position already, and somebody's commentary talking about P10, P11, and P12, but we're looking at the China, see whether they can pass the bridges or not.
Yeah, these guys have been going hard at it for the last couple of laps. Just as you stepped away, these guys had really started putting the battle on, but that's allowed. Look at Tetris is now about to get into the DRS zone as these two guys are squabbling over P2. They shouldn't be concentrating on the battle for P2 at the moment. They should be concentrating what's happening in front of them. This battle has just allowed J-Man to extend his lead again out to 5 seconds. Has the Aston
sorry to interrupt you first. There's something happens in the Brosif and Dancers races, and then Ada as well, and there is a couple of battles between Alpha Terrain, Alpine, and also has drivers at the front, and there's some lapping cars which is roaring thunder at the front.
And Tetris just gone past Trenna.
Sorry about that one.
Back up the front. But battles happening all over the place. So, looks like
China tried to pass me in Tesla again.
Yeah, and he's made that move on those hard tires. So just wondering, Trenna must have made a mistake, I'm guessing, before, because it looked like he had a lot more pace than Tetris before. But these guys are going to battle it hard, and as they battle hard, just allowing J-Man to pull away. So J-Man on a 6-second lead at the moment. Really hard for these guys to pull him in as we approach the 40 lap mark. We'll be approaching the 3/4 race length within the next couple of laps. So very interesting. Strategy is really going to play again. But let's drop back down to Junkyard Dog again, as he's seems to be a bit of a cork in the bottle at the moment. We got Brosif all over the back of that.
There's some contest.
And A-Dog.
Yeah, there's some contest between Adas and racers, and then now they slow down a little bit, so Brosif is getting really close to Janya, and then heads to the little bit long straight, and then into the last checking into the last corner of the lap 39.
Whoa! And A-Dog's just been Dan the Racer has stopped on track.
He's pumping again. Oh my god, what happens, guys? Oh my god. How they do it? We record all the incidents today, buddy.
Yeah, and A-Dog is now into the pits. He'll have a wing damage, unfortunately. So let's get back up to this fight between. Yeah, where it's Bridgie, Trenna, and Tetris go at it again on lap 39 of this 62 lap race. What can these guys manage?
Yeah, actually, it's Testra now in the medium 15 laps already, and then Trainer got 14 laps of the hard combat. Can you just have a look about the data of the tire wearing if you can, and just share with us? Sure. And then I keep doing the commentaries first, and you're doing the data research. And China's in the middle, and then Bridges in the front. But J-Man is already 7 seconds. He's the leaders. Jump into the lap 14 for the lap 62. And it's been a long commentary for us. It's already talking about an hour already, and then you have another 20 laps to go. And they are very sweaty. I believe the driver on track, they are definitely very exhausted already for 14 laps. and China still looking some chance to get past Bridges, and then China, sorry, Tesla is getting closer to, and John Yas just passed the guys who in the Jerry bot in the P, so John Yas in the P9 and Boston in the P10, and then we come back to
Yeah,
the
so
front. Yep.
So just reporting, I've just been down onto the having a look and talking to all the teams on the pit wall. Those guys that are running on the medium compound tires, they are running at that first drop off point, of course, around that 26%, and you've got the hard runners on the 15 lap or so. Hard runners are all running on the just on the cusp of 20%. So that's it from the pit wall.
Yeah, thank you very much about this data. And I think the medium compounds may be lasting to the end, but will be in the punching territory already. But the hard compound lasting to the end of this race. So China will be more advantage in here. And J-Man's, even if it's 7 seconds apart from everybody's, but his time will not be lasting to the end. May be very dangerous to be puncher or something, and Bridges now in the second, and then still have a battle about 2 podium position for the P2, 3, and 4. And you can see in the midfield there's some battle is already gone, and see Zheng Yas is already 6 seconds apart from Ben, and then first is 3 seconds and 30 seconds for Wu-Dog, and maybe there's some battle between racers and Wu-Dog in the P11 and P12, and we have to jump back at the front, and you can see China, Bridges, and Tesla, they are racing each other. However, there is something happens at the back with the Devils, Fascio, and also T. Simons. This is another batch of the drivers in the P5, 6, and 7. And Tesla is now in the P4. Everybody in this 3 car, P2, 3, and 4, is still under the DRS. Into a couple stops checking into the bridge, the old bridge, and then turn around a left hander with the second gear into the DRS zone, and all the DRS strip is open with the wheel lane, and Bridges is still in the right position. Battery is fine for everybody except China. It's jumped down to 38%.
Yeah, so those medium runners, they could go to the end of the race, but what pace would they have versus the hard tire, obviously, which could also go to the end of the race, but probably be a more preferable tire to be on at that stage. So still a lot to play in this strategy battle. Who can go to the end? Who's going to need a pit stop? Will we see another safety car? As we know, anything can happen, but there is a bit of a battle going on there between the McLaren of Devastator, Prazoville, and T. Salmons now, of course, wants to join that party, and we know how Bang likes to race.
Process just passed.
Wow, and Jerobot's just picked up the fastest lap of the race.
Because he's just changed the compounds to mediums. There's just 2 laps compound. Yes, Jerobot is making good decision in making 2 pit stop, I think, for the time being.
Yeah, and he's going to be rapid now on those on those medium compound tire. Of course, he's just looks to make the move on Dan the Racer and Wasdog, and we've seen these guys come together already. I know it wasn't Wasdog's fault, but Wasdog looks like he's having some issues, or that could be just he's a controller racer. Of course, it looked like he was darting over the track just a little bit, but Jerobot now putting lots of pressure on Dan the Racer. Dan the Racer has just shown guys how to race, of course, in other divisions, and picked up a podium just the other day in another Oceanic League, and looks like Jerobot's just touched the rear tyre of down the racer there, but is made that move. Not sure if he's touched the right left tire off down the racer there to get to 8. He's passed, but made it look very easy.
Yeah, thank you about this one. He is now 14 seconds, 15 seconds behind Proceed, but Testra and then battering with Bridges in the P2, and Chain has jumped into the P2 and Testra in the P4, and Bridges still in the middle of them, and they are getting really close together, and then they already battled for about 15 to 20 laps already. And Moving Thunder is a goal this races. No, sorry, it's a P. 417, and now still on board with P2, P3, and P4, and 3 seconds is Stonewall getting multiple warnings about the track limit. We are still on board with P2, 3, and 4, and Jerry Bott get closest to positive to 13-second gap already, and then see whether he can just do another pushing for another 20 laps to jump more positions into the P top 10.
Yeah, still 19 laps to go of this race for the leader out in front of this race, and he's got a 8.5 second lead over Trina at the moment, but those medium compound tires could be starting to fall off, of course, at the moment, just reaching around the 30% mark for the medium runners, whereas the hard runners currently sitting on a 24%. So quite interesting what way these strategies are going to play. Are we going to see these runners all back into the pits again? Only time will tell.
Yeah, exactly. This is Positive got another 3 seconds, so we can review about the penalty. T. Simon got 6 seconds, Positive got 3 seconds, and Don Walk got 3 seconds and 10 seconds for the Aider and the P15. We go back to the tie, and you can see Jerry Bott got 10 seconds when he going to pass Racers and Bulldogs, which is 50 seconds behind Proceed, and now he's only 10 seconds. So every single lap may be faster than 1.5 seconds or 2 seconds respectively. Do you have any such kind of the data for the last recent lap for Jerry Bott?
Yeah, sure.
Thank you.
We can have a quick squeeze here. Let's see. So I have to get on Jerry Bott.
Yeah. Okay, T. Simons is getting closest to Devil's data, and he make the DRS open, and then into the T1 in the lap 45, and he cannot make the job done. Sorry, just stay here for a while, and T. Simons still follow Devils into the second DRS zone. So whether he can make the job done.
T. Simons wants to get this job done, and he wants to get in behind that sister car of the Ferrari in front of him. He gets this. Looks like he'll get this move done just comfortably. Devastator decides to pull out of that one, and probably rightly so. You want to make sure after putting in 45 laps that you're there for the 60. Second lap of the race, of course, and you wouldn't want to be throwing anything away at the moment, but this will really start to becoming a mind game for these drivers. Very hard to hold your concentration and not make a mistake around this track at the moment, but Devastator's doing a fantastic job. Sitting there in P7 will be his only points haul of the season so far if he can bring this a car across the track.
Yeah, let's go back to Jerry Bott. It's already 6 seconds behind Proceed. So what's your data in your hand?
I can't get the data there on because some of the drivers aren't sharing their data. So I can only get certain data when all drivers are sharing. So that's one of the datas I can't get unless all drivers are sharing their data. Of course, and when we've got some that aren't sharing, I can't get tire wear graphics up or a comparative laps up because of that.
Okay, no problem. Okay, we can see Devils is in the P10. He changes to soft, and then he's going to run the soft until the end of the race, which is 16 left to go.
That's a brave call from that driver. We still got what's 17 laps and it's 100% race. Of course, those tires will easily make it. I'm thinking a 50% racer, and he's only going to be able to do 10 laps on the soft. But of course, he'll easily do 17 laps. Would have been a 100% race. But interesting call there from Devastator. I guess he'd start falling back a little bit. He's seen Jerobot just go past on a fresher set of mediums, of course. So he'll start climbing back through this pack quick enough. I think we'll see Devastator. So he was sitting in P7 before. He's dropped back to P10. He's seen an opportunity to pit, and he's taken it. Bang now currently up to P7. T Salmon's sitting there in P6 at the moment, of course, but he's carrying that penalty of 6 seconds. So he'll have to get a bit of a move on if he wants to keep that P6 at the moment with a Bang behind it.
Yeah, two more cars in the pit.
Oh my God. Some changes. So Bridges pull the pin. Tetris has also pulled the pin. Will we see J-Man deciding to pull the pin at the moment? He's still pulling a gap to Trenna. It's now out to 9.
Oh, that cars, two cars slapping together. They are ghosts. All ghosts.
Where?
In the pit lane.
Okay.
Oh, Bridges getting ahead. Chenna's in the second. And
yes, Bridgie gets out ahead of Tetris in that little squabble in the pit lane,
yes.
Ghosting through each other. I thought we had some cars coming together on track there for a moment, but it was just in the pit lane. And J-Man's still extending the lead on Tretta. So J-Man's been preserving those tires that little bit maybe. And has now started to put in some pump laps. Has the Aston Martin driver out in the lead of this race, and he's led, I think, from maybe around lap 10, because I think he qualified in P7. Let's bring up movers and shakers, position changes. So J-Man, he started in P5 and is now
J-Man in the
pits. That's why we seen him.
How about Chena?
Battery for those laps. Let's see. Trenna's just coming around.
Stay out.
Yeah, he has stayed out. Trenna's on the start-finish straight. He'll go past J-Man. Where will J-Man come back out? I think J-Man will come back out in a fourth spot. He'll definitely come back out in fourth spot. There's a big gap, then back to Bang. So can J-Man's? He's got the soft tire on now, of course, and it's a game of Hunt the Trenna. Be like a game of Pac-Man. He'll be gobbling up the positions, I think, on those soft compound tires. Of course, he's got T Salmons, who's carrying that 6 seconds of penalties in front of him. But can Trenna afford to? Trenna's going to have to pit as well, because he's on those hard compound tires, and he's only
5 seconds.
Give me a gap to the leader. He's only 15 seconds ahead of J-Man at the moment. So what do you do, Trenna? Do you stay out? Do you pit? What do you do?
No, it's I just see Jerry Boss is jumped to the P6 already. Past a lot of the car, and Chenas is in the P7. Of course, he's in the pit doing the tire change, and also Band, and also Bridges, and then now Jerry Bot in the middle of the Bridges and Chena. Tesla, and T Simon still stay out with the 23 laps, and processing another 23 laps of the medium compound, and there will be another how many laps? 13 laps to go, and so Jerry bought in 8 laps, and Chainas is stick outside, see whether he make the job done. So Jerry bought is there side by side.
Chainas in the pit.
Chainas in the pit.
Chainas in the pit.
Also in the pit as well.
T Salmons now is the leader of this race, and he's got 6 seconds of penalties, so that puts no lower than J-Man. Currently our net leader of this race is J-Man. J-Man.
Come on. It's not going to say anything about Aston Martin TP is say too much about J-Man. Again, it's not very complimentary anymore. So I have to stop him and then Bridges is now in the P2 and then Tesla in the P4 and then they change. All of them is in the soft compound except T Simon the P1 6-second penalty and 24 lap of medium and then Jerry Bott into the P5 and definitely in the P6 McLaren driver and sorry too many China Tesla in the P7 Trussels in the P8 and Ben in the P9. He's the best compound now and you can keep singing the song of J-Man now.
Yeah, back to the J-Man. So J-Man is doing J-Man things, and he's chasing down T Salmons. He's only got a 5-second lead. It's already been cut down to 2 seconds. T seconds for the T Salmons. But J-Man, he's got a good gap then of about 8 seconds then back to Bridgie, of course. This put me back on this interval. Yes, it is an 8-second gap. Then back to Bridgie there in P3. Tetris there sitting in P4 at the moment. He's 2 seconds off Bridgie as well. So Bridgie's been able to make these soft compound tires work better for him, of course, than Jerabot. Under threat now from none other than the Devastator. Let's see how Devastator 555 gets on in his 99 McLaren there, and can he chase down that Jerabot in that a 74 number Ferrari?
Yeah, so J-Man's just jumping into P1. It is predictable that T Simon's running his soft medium compound for 25 laps, and this is leading to the end of the tie, and then he has come to the change the boss, which is 12 laps to go, and then Jerry Boss get passed by David Status, and then David Status and McLaren driver in the P5, and Jerry Bott into P6, and then the next one is Chainas in the P7. Here's the gap between Jerry Bott is 1.8 second, and then T Simon will be coming to the pit this lap or not predictable, but J-Man is now he's trying to run wide, very close, and to the chat limit. That's what I'm saying. So
that looked a bit like a bit of a Hong Kong witchery going on there with that comment on the J-Man. Just as you switched onto him, he kind of had this little jig, and I was like, okay. Oh, is that some kind of Hong Kong witchery going on there for that Aston Martin driver? But he's looked like he survived it. I think he had the voodoo doll as Bridgie gets past. And Tetris gets past T7s now, of course. T7s it falls back down as he's in the pit. Trenna now up to P6. Trenna also on that soft compound tire is going to make easy pickings here of Jerabot in that 74 Ferrari, of course. But won't be sitting in P5 for long, and Devastator got that move done off camera, of course, on those new soft compound tires over the 11 lap old mediums. I think Jerabot just pulled the pin a little bit too early on those medium compound tires and probably should have stayed out, but you've got to risk it for the biscuit, as they say. J-Man, back to the J-Man leading this race.
Nice second.
The race has really been nullified, and you've just got Trenna, I guess, on the back of Jerabot to look at as they swap places between Junkyard Dog and Dan the Racer down here in P11 and P12. Dan the Racer looked like he had a little lock of the rear tires there as he tries to chase down Junkyard Dogs, just pulling away. You got 10 lap old mediums versus 26 lap old mediums. But I think if Dan the Racer was to pull the pin on a pit stop now, he might lose out on the points, of course. Points only going down to Wazdog there sitting in P15. So Rolling Thunder, look at him, he's still hanging in there. He's a lap down, of course, but he's still hanging in there. You never know, could still manage to get some points if we have another 2 DNFs. Just 11 laps of racing left to go as we hit the 52 lap mark of this race. Over to you in Hong Kong.
Yeah, I tried to go for some penalty, you know. Sorry, China's just passed Jerry Bob. It's just expected with the soft compounds and into Jerry Bob's medium compounds already. So I tried to go for some penalties, now P4, Devils is 3 seconds, and Ben is 3 seconds also, and T Simon is got another 6 seconds, Brosif is 3 seconds, Don Wall in the P13 is 3 seconds, 10 seconds is Ader, and another 3 seconds is Rolling Thunder. And actually that Rolling Thunder is still on track, which is now in the P17, and hopefully he can finish the race, and then still got some points from Aston Martin. And then we come back to whether is there any battle on the field, seeing everybody is pulling away from each other. Is 10 seconds from J-Man's 2 pitches, and you can see J-Man is very comfortable at the front and already 10.5 seconds, and finished the lap 55, and 55 laps. We're talking about 53 laps already. Sorry, this is 53 laps. And we have to ask when the interviews to the driver, we have to ask them how tired they are, ranking in the Singapore Grand Prix for full check 100%.
Well, I'm sure you'll be looking to get a bit of insight for tomorrow's race, of course, in the interview room. But yeah, it's really it's a battle of the mind now, and just any little mistake is going to really hurt you and going to cost you a lot of lap time. I just on board here with Tetris at the moment. He's sitting comfortably there in P3 at the moment. Of course, is the Williams driver. He's around 19% of his battery left. I won't mention tyre wear at this stage of the race because it's not right to start talking about people's strategies, of course, when we're getting down to this last 10 laps of the race, just 10 laps to go in this 100% racer. These guys will be exhausted. I'm sure it's pretty hot here all over Australia at the moment as we enter the autumn months, of course, but it's still hot and sticky. But these guys, especially up in the guys up around the central coast and even the Gold Coast and Brisbane guys, there'll be a real hot and sticky race for them. Being a 100% race, to be a lot of drinks drunk, I think, after this one.
Now, yeah, I'm now on board with China. He's just followed Devil status, and he's tried to getting very closest to the Lex DRS, and I think he will be very easy to catch the McLarens at the front. And then let's see what's open, and then the DRS is prepared up for the wheel wing, and then he around the slightly corner 4, and then he can try to take the inside, but he cannot do it. And then into the second gear, down into a little short straight, and then he take it inside. Not really. It's just difficult here, but waiting for the next.
He's going to wait for the. Yeah, he's going to wait for the next DRS zone, of course, and he'll be all over the rear of Devastator and up alongside him in no time as all as they come around turn 13. Let's see who gets the drive out of the corner. China's got the fresher tyres as well, of course, but maybe Devastator's just running a little bit less wing, possibly is able to defend. I don't know if it's a battery battle that's going on there, or if it's just the lower wings that Devastator is carrying, because Devastator's on a three lap older soft tires, of course, but he's managing to keep Trenna behind him. So great driving by the Devastator himself on this as they start the 55th lap of this race, and just 8 laps of racing left to go. Can Devastator hold on at least on track for that 4th position? He's carrying that penalty, of course. It'll be only 3 seconds, so he'll just drop back 1 position if they were to finish the race on this lap. We've got Ratbag in the background, picking up 5 seconds of speeding into the pit lane. Dreadful
No,
time
he
to pick up
the pit
a
lane.
penalty.
Yeah, he exited the pit lane 9, I think. Not speeding. Nevertheless, we going back to China. Is still in the P5 of 2 laps already, getting closest to them. And there's something happened about P3 and P2 as well. But we are looking at the trainer, see whether he can make the job done into P4 to path Devastator into this DRS, and then getting very close each other. And then the other open, trying to take the outside.
And China goes around. Yeah, he got the job done that time around on that short straight with the DRS, and Devastator is not going to let it go easy though. He's tucked in right behind him as they head down to turn 16, and just seen Devastator climbing all over the curbs there as he wanted to maximise the depth of getting onto Trenna. So it's now of course switched around, and Devastator is now the one with in the hunt and got the DRS advantage in that 99 McLaren, trying to chase down this Trenna in sitting in P4 at the moment. Of course is the AlphaTauri driver of Trenna. Zoned to be Visa Cash Red Bull. Within only a short time, actually, the new game will be out.
Yes.
Be out at the 28th of May is the release date, of course, if leaks are to be believed. The leaks are no longer leaks, are they? They've let the cat out of the bag, and the new game is on the way.
Yes. We have to speed up about the lead, otherwise everybody jump into 2002 Force game already. But so we have to finish the lead here, alright? Everybody keep going on to 2002 3 games first, and then we are going to start the next season in the coming summertime. Now I'm on board with China. Is now chasing Bridges. They are all in 9 laps so. It seems that it is. Oh, Bridges got 3 seconds. Why I jump in and then everything happens here? Oh, that's right.
What a time to pick it up with only six laps to go. He'll be praying now, of course, that Tetris might extend those track limits just a couple of more times. I could have a look at a certain app, but I won't, to see how many warnings Tetris has at this moment in time. We will leave that to be in the mind of Tetris only himself, but Tetris has just been promoted. Not on track, of course, but in after the race with Bridgie picking up that 3-second lead. But these guys are going to go all the way to the line with just 6 laps to go in this race. Would be who will be screaming the most at the moment. Will it be the Williams garage that be celebrating at the moment? Of course, that Bridges picked up that penalty, but very unfortunate for the McLaren reserve of Bridgie picking up that penalty. But J-Man extending his lead another 12 seconds.
Yes, he's on fire. He's on fire, actually.
Yeah, he is on fire at the moment. I'd love to say that's why I picked the J-Man, but I didn't know the J-Man I was picking, but I'm really glad I got that one.
Yeah, indeed, Aston Martin TV is really sound with me, and he's keep talking about Aston Martin's driver, also I have to stop him. And then I would like to see China see whether he can pass Bridges on track. Maybe it is possible. I think Bridges is not going to defend so a lot and let China's to passing, isn't it?
I'm not sure.
I'm not sure. They're very fair player, yes.
I'm not sure Tetris wants to make the move.
Isn't it?
by the looks of it. It looks like he's kind of happy to sit where he is at the moment and let Bridgie do all the work. Bridgie's punching all the air for him, of course, and he already knows he's got that position in the bag, so he really doesn't need to take any extra risks out on track. Just 5 laps to go, and why would you? Wozdogs picks up another a 3-second penalty for his third time of extending a track limit. So that's 3 seconds for Wozdog. So probably easier to name the drivers that don't have penalties at the moment, and that would be J-Man, Tetris, Trenna, Jerabot, Prazovo, Junkyard.
That's it.
That's it.
That's it. Yes. That's it.
Penalties to their name. So let's hope.
Ferrari, they swap the position. Yes.
Team orders in the Ferrari camp, possibly. The TP says, "Let me by."
Let me by. Yes.
I'm on that fresher set of rubber. Let me up after them. I can catch T. Salmons. He's already ahead of him on track. So, just wondering actually, where would so Prasville is currently penalty free, and the 3 drivers in front of him all have penalties.
Yeah, 3 seconds, 3 seconds, 6 seconds. Oh, China's past Bridges eventually is jumping into P2 on track. And okay, if I make some calculation for the time being, and then you can see Ty Simons just passed through Ben, and then the TP of Ferrari is 1.4 seconds behind Ben, and he can jump to the P7 at least, and then another 0.8 seconds between T Simons, so TP of Ferrari will be jumping into the P6 and Jerry Bott into the P7. That's my calculation for the time being.
You're doing some. I see why you're doing the calculations now.
Yes, because I'm the Ferrari team. Yes.
a bit of engineering from the comms box. Nothing wrong with that, indeed.
Yes.
But hey, indeed. But let's see.
Anyway, and it's
seconds away from.
Yes, exactly. That will be the P3 for China because no penalty for him, but Bridges has. So this is the.
But I think Trenna might want to get this move done on track as well, as he's really pushing hard now as that AlphaTauri driver. He'll be up on the back of Bridgie in no time, and he's got the fresher set of rubber as well. I think even Tetris could be under threat.
No. Bridges overtakes China's again into P2.
Yeah. And these guys squabbling. Look, Trenna's all over the back of them now. Trenna's in the DRS, and he's on the fresher set of rubber as well, of course, as 13 laps versus 11 laps. So we could see Trenna take that second step, of course.
Oh, sorry, Jerry Boss got struck 3 seconds.
Oh, no. Poor Jerabot. So we've only got 1, 2, 3,
4, 5.
Five drivers out of 17 drivers without penalties at the moment. Let's hope no one else picks up the penalties, but it's really going to go down to the wire. We're on 60 laps of racing and 3 laps to go, of course, as we enter the 61 lap race. Was our leader crosses
2
the
laps
line.
to go.
2 laps to go, and it's really going to go down to the wire between these guys. I don't want to take my eyes off these guys now, because it's all going to be between, is it going to be the Bridgie show on track, is it going to be the Tetra show on track, or the Trenna show? Who is going to bring the show to the line? I think I've got a feeling it could be Trenna, but we'd really want to be looking at who is the driver of the day at this moment as well, and asking our audience out there in Twitch land, who do you think should be driver of the day, guys? Position changes. Trenna is up 7, J-Man is up 4, Devastator is up 4, T Salmons is up 8 positions, Prasville up 6 positions. Bang,
Rolling Thunder. Somebody Rolling Thunders is going to roll Rolling Thunders your drivers into the driver of the day.
he should certainly get a medal for keeping it in there, mate, and keeping it going. So I have to commend him for that. He's got the bit between his teeth, and he's still pushing. Just on board with the Rolling Thunder now, of course, just one lap down, but very unfortunate there for the number 26 Aston Martin driver, but unfortunately he had a few misadventures earlier on in the race and got lapped pretty early. I think it was due to a spin and an early pit stop.
T. Simons got another 3 seconds, 9 seconds already. Okay. Okay, ready? We have to go into the final lap. J-Man, who is now the leading. And then you can doing the complimentary of him for the rest of the race. You can, if you want.
Yeah. So who we're gonna stay with this
J-Man. No, J-Man first. Don't care about her.
J-Man about coming through this left, right. Where is he?
Sorry, something happens. That's shot past Bridges. Sorry, I have to stop you.
Bridgie goes back past, and then Bridgie goes back past. Of course. Oh my God, I can't take my eyes off this battle. I'll keep an eye when T. Salmons is about to come across the line. He's still got a good bit to go, and we'll stay on this battle.
Okay.
Of course, we'll get J-Man going across the line, of course. But let's stay on here because it is the Bridgie and Tetris show at the moment as they go across the old section of the bridge. It looks like Tetris now finally wants to get this position done on track, and he knows he has to because he's got Trenna behind him, of course. And as they head towards the casino section of the track, they'll come around this old stadium.
No, sorry, I have to stop you. J-Man is across the line. Yes.
Yes. As J-Man comes across the Singapore sling, and I thought he was going to veer off into the wall, but who will it be? It'll be Bridgie across the line in P2, but he's going to be relegated, I think, to P4. So it's Bridgie, Tetris across the line, gets across the line in P3, moved up to P2. Trenna across the line in P4 and up to P3. Bridgie in P4. Devastator, fantastic finish from the Devastator. As another driver we'll have to think about giving driver of the day to, of course, because he's up 4 positions to P5. Prasville across the line P6. T. Salmons P7. Bangla in P8. Jerabot P9. Broseph across the line, our race winner last week in P10. Junkyard Dog almost about to come across the line. We'll be in P11. Then we'll have Wazdog to follow him across the line in P12. Then we'll have Dan the Racer just coming through this last chicane of the race and onto what I call the Singapore sling. Of course, it is not that it would be turn 9, I think, but Dan the Racer. Then Dom War about to come around and cross the line. It's quite amazing, actually, 100% race around Singapore, and we've had 17 finishers. And Dan the Racer's DNF'd. Did he DNF? Did he cross the line?
Yeah, he crossed the line. He crossed the line.
And Wazdog nearly puts it in the wall, or A-Dog nearly puts it in the wall, crossing the line as well.
Yes, thank you, Battle Cat. That's why test chart picking Singapore is 100% for us. And the commentaries get killed, and the racer get killed twice. I'm
just gonna have a look on my app and see if Dan the Racer actually is classified as crossing the line.
Yes, I think he is. Yes, I think he is.
Dan, yeah, he is.
Yeah,
no, he's classified as DNF'd.
Is that he leaving the lobby too quick, or something?
No. He DNF'd, but did he DNF before the line or after the line?
No, after the line. I saw him cross the line already. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Doesn't matter,
just on
sir.
my app there, he's DNF'd. So
Yeah, sorry, I have to go through
Battle Cat, you'll have
the.
to change that.
Yeah, I have to
Yeah,
go
go
through
for it.
the through the finish. Laos J-Man in the P1 after Martin, and Chinas in the Williams drivers into P2 and P3 is Alpha Terrain drivers. Chinas because McLaren's in P4, P5, also McLaren's and also a Ferrari driver Pascal and our TP in the P6 and T7, P7, Ben P8, Jerry Bott P9 and Brosif in P10, P11 Stranya, P12 is Bulldogs and P13 is Don Wall and Adas in P14, 15 is Racers, 16 is Red Bat and rolling for the P17 and 3D and F driver is Cockland C and as well as cannot remember the last one. All right, thank you very much, really. And then we have to
Oof,
ask
oof.
the podiums
Ask the audience.
on, yeah, for the
Driver of the
interview.
day.
Driver of the
Yeah.
day. Who's going to pick?
I'll let the go to the audience for the moment. If they don't give us any sensible picks, then we can decide, right?
All right.
But let's see if the audience want to have their say. Who should be in the running for driver of the day? I reckon certainly Rolling Thunder for sticking in there. Wasn't in the points, but he got lapped early and he stuck in there for the whole race. So he's got to be in the thinking, right? Then we've got a Devastator. Finishing, I think, in P5 and up around 5 positions for his first point finish of the season. Would be the Devastator. He'd be another pick. Uh, you can't leave J-Man out of it because just a qualified in P5 and then fought his way through the top 5 position to have a commanding a race. So that'd be my 3 picks. What about yourself?
Uh,
And then I'll get on the invites.
Chaina will be my pick. To be honest, he's doing very well. But
Yeah,
my Ferrari TP also are doing very well. He jumped from maybe 7 position up something. But you
yeah.
can you can design. I mean,
No, we'll go back and forth. We'll go back and forth. I tell you what, we might
yep,
even ask the drivers themselves in the
yeah,
interview room. We'll get
yeah,
the first of all, we'll get the Tetris has joined us in the
yeah.
interview room. I'll send out some more invites. So we got to get
Chaina
Trena and
and J-Man.
oh, how could I forget?
You have to think about it. Okay, Chaina is on board already.
Cool. Well, Trena was our P
P3.
third driver, yeah, across the line. So, do you want to take it away with Trena, and I'll get J-Man an
Yep.
invite.
Okay, Chaina, our terrain driver. How's it going to 100% race in Singapore?
Oh, absolutely buggered, mate.
I can
I,
reckon,
I
yes.
started I started getting a calf cramp on about lap 58, so that wasn't ideal.
Okay. All right, keep sharing with us. How exhaust is sweaty or something?
Yeah, no, not too sweaty, but no, it definitely takes a lot of concentration, especially I think the entire race I was battling with people, so it was 62 laps of wheel to wheel racing then, so it was
Yes.
yeah, it was good fun, but happy not to do it again for a while, I'll tell you that.
Yes, peace. Even our complimentary here, 100% is really, really exhausted. Really, 4 complimentaries guys on the box to be fun. But I think you did very well for the last few laps. Keep battering with China speeches, and but I think J-Man is already far away from you guys. But you guys doing very good without any penalties, so you can bring the podium for the time being. And what do you think about your team today, Alpha Terrain, with TP Brosif in the Tier 3 as well?
Yeah, I think we didn't really do the best in quali. I think we both probably let ourselves down a little bit there. And then I think I was lucky enough to get through some of the carnage at the start, but I think Broseph got stuck in it.
Mm.
But you kind of put yourself there if you don't qualify well. So yeah, I think just a lesson for us to just do better in quali, really. Yeah, because he managed to fight his way back up, I think, to about P10 or P9. So we'll take the points.
Yep.
Yeah.
It
And
is,
we'll
yeah,
go
it
from
is,
there.
you took the point. There are very good points for you guys, and doing very well is we exhausted. Of course, everybody reckons there's 100% race in the Singapore, but only one safety car and a couple of VSC. So it sounds good, but we found some glitch about the race. So next race, Jeddah. What do you think in Saudi Arabia?
Yeah, I like the street circuit, so
Good.
yeah, bring it.
Yeah, okay. Congratulations to the podium, and then I think we are going to interview the second place, which is
Thanks, boys.
China.
Yeah,
Thank you very much.
congrats to Tetris and J-Man.
Yeah.
Yeah, watching Tetris and Burgi battle at the end was good fun. So yeah, congrats to all of those guys.
Thank you very much. All right,
Well done,
China.
Tetris.
Boys!
There you go, mate.
Welcome back to the Compass. Welcome back to the Compass.
I'm going to ask you a question before you ask me a question. How humid is it? How moist is it in the commentary box right now? Have you got like towels and stuff wiping up all the condensation?
It must be.
I tell you what,
sweaty one for us.
Exactly. We are very thirsty, to be honest. I want some water. So why don't you take over about this one?
How was your race?
Oh man, my race started off fantastically until that first VSC, and I got a drive through. So I went from P14 to P17. Bow, thanks, Cody's. Look, after that happened, a few swear words later, I just thought to myself, you know what? Got 62 laps. I'm just going to do as well as I can. I love this track. I've had so much practice at it this week. I've done like 400% races. My ankle's about to fall off. But yeah, my race was just basically focused on managing my tires. When I got caught up to a car in front of me, was patient, tried to battle cleanly, but tried to get past the cars as I got to them as quickly as possible. And that second, well, I think it was, I can't remember how many, there were so many safety cars, but the safety car, I'd pit literally the lap beforehand, and I thought, oh, that's really going to stuff me up. But I literally sailed past half the grid and up into 6th place, which was a bit of a gift to me after the curse of, lap 3 being shunted back to P17. So yeah, the race for me was exceptionally sweaty, but ultimately enjoyable. And I still, congratulations to J-Man. I don't want to take anything away from his win. That win at Singapore is grueling and satisfying. So congratulations, man. You really deserved your win tonight. And Trenner as well, to come from P11 up to P3 at the checkered flag. That's a fantastic effort from, he's won here before. Season 3, I think it was, Tier 4. Timmy and I actually commentated that race, and he won. So yeah, for him to get back on the podium is a massive thing, especially starting in P11. So huge shout out to that man.
Yeah, Trina had a commendable drive tonight from P11, and he's certainly in the running for driver of the day for that performance. I think he's managed to put the bub down for a bit and got the controller out a bit more, and put him in some practice for this one. Just being on track, who would be your driver of the day, Tetris?
Trenner, without a doubt. Trenner.
Without a doubt.
He managed his tyres. He managed his strategy. He managed to get from P11 to P3, and he got to the end of the race and got on the podium. He is definitely my vote for driver of the day.
Penalty free as well, like yourself.
Penalty free, yeah. Look,
except for that.
I'd like to have a massive shout out to Codemasters for the last 10 laps, not just for that 3-lap safety 3-lap yellow flag that we had at the beginning of the race that we almost red flagged for, but for the last 10 laps, I don't know if it was happening for any of the other drivers, but for the last 10 laps, my audio was literally cutting in and out. So I was driving like a full lap, not hearing the engine, not hearing the revs. I couldn't hear anything. All I could hear was the guys in chat. That was terrible. And I was battling with Bridgie, trying to get past him, and I couldn't hear the engine. Yeah,
Yeah, it's really bad. I hate that when Cody's does that. Just
yeah.
wondering, a shout out
And
to
also,
Cody's.
sorry, massive shout out to Bridgie as well. Welcome back to Tier 3, mofo. Even though you should be Tier 2. But yeah, look, massive shout out to that guy. He drove a great race debuting back. You probably be seeing him in the orange overalls for the rest of the season, hopefully.
Ooh, there's one for Danica, huh?
Okay, let's
Ah.
let's rephrase that. You may see him in the orange overalls. There has
We
been
may.
a request for a driver change. But anyway, we're going to shut Tetris up right now, and you guys ask me a question.
Yeah,
Right.
one question for me. One question for me. Only one question. Sorry, I'm about to stop you guys. I have raced for 100% race for couples of the league. But why you pick Singapore? Is somebody say you pick Singapore as 100% race, isn't it?
Okay, I would just like to clarify something.
Yes.
I suggested Singapore, and I had a majority vote from the admin to make Singapore the 100% race. Look, any race is going to be grueling if it's 100%.
Mm.
Most other leagues do things like
Spa.
Brazil or France or Spa, and I thought, you know what? Season 6, we're going to throw a massive challenge down. We're going to do Singapore because it is. I'm not going to lie. It is one of my favorite tracks on the game. I love Singapore. So I just want to
You,
clarify though that it wasn't my decision. It was my suggestion.
okay. This is
Yeah,
the
I kind of.
this is the end of my question. But you checked the streaming ban. Everybody said you are telling lies. All right. You are the guy
Well,
that makes
everyone,
decisions to do Singapore. All right, 100% race. That's it. Finish.
Jeneth,
Yeah.
I'd just like to tell you that everyone has an opinion and most of them stink. So
All right.
that's all
All
I got
right.
to
I
say.
trust you. I trust you. I trust you.
And thank you guys for jumping in for comms. Like,
Yeah.
to commentate 100% race, I'm going to listen back to it tomorrow because I'm sure it's going to be entertaining AF. But thank you guys so much. We really appreciate you jumping in, doing the stream on a Friday night.
Yeah.
So yeah,
No
big
problem
shout
for
out to
us.
you, Jeneth and Wayne,
No
Cheers,
problem
bro.
for
legends.
us.
We appreciate that, and congratulations on your P2 tonight. Wasn't You weren't able to get past Bridgie on the line, but he unfortunately picked up that penalty. You must have been going, yes, yes.
Well, it was one of those moments when the audio had cut out, so I could just see the red arrow. I couldn't hear the car beside me. I'm like, I think he's there. So
Yes.
yeah, it's like
Sounds good.
driving with a blindfold.
Sounds good. Sounds good. Sounds interesting. Thank you for sharing about this information. And then we have to jump into J-Man. All right, we have to jump into J-Man.
Thanks, guys.
Yeah, thanks, Testra. You did a very good job today. And then we see a very exciting race in Singapore. All right, J-Man, are you here?
Yes, I am.
How about when it's going, your TP is going to interview you is the better guys you talk to each others.
J-Man, the man, the myth, the legend. It is J-Man. It's another win for you this season. Am I glad I picked you, or what? We'll be having more than champagne in the sheds tonight. I can tell you. I have a man from Colombia visiting pretty soon. So tell me about your race, mate.
Well, I'll start off by saying last week just everything went wrong for me in Mexico. And now this week it's completely flipped on its head. Sometimes you just need the rub of the green, and tonight it kind of just happened. I qualified fifth. I was relatively happy with it, and then as Tetris mentioned, on about 10 laps in, both him and Jerabot in front of me got drive-throughs, so they were both out of the way. And then I managed to get past Bridgie about 20 laps later, and then the Mercedes in front, Vane, spun round by himself, and suddenly I was just in the lead, and I was like, what has happened? I only had to make one overtake, really, for the entire race for 62 laps, so sometimes things just go your way. I don't think I had to work as hard as some of the other drivers, so shout out to everyone that Tetris and Trenner and Bridgie, it looked like they were having a fantastic battle. But yeah, it just all sort of clicked today, and obviously I enjoyed the track, so it made it a lot easier as well.
Yeah, well done, mate. And yeah, it really did look like those guys were going to work together and reel you in. At one stage, they stopped squabbling for positions, and you weren't getting away as much as you were. But then they start squabbling again after the pit stop, and just allowed you to extend your lead even further. Qualifying certainly didn't go your way. We seen you invalidate what could have been your last attempt at qualifying, and then you were revving it up and slamming on the brake a bit to rebuild your battery. I will share one in our own channel on how to do that and get it back up to 100% for you. But tell us how your feelings were going at that part of qualifying.
Yeah, well, I'm obviously just pulling myself a little bit at that stage. I'm like 14th. I have to get a lap in, and if I started down that low, it might not have the result might not have come through as it did today. So thankfully, I was able to get something in, a lap in quite late in the session, which was good enough. And yeah, just to go back on the race quickly, I thought Trenner was going to do a one stop. He went onto the hard tyres.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, here we go. I'm not sure if you remember Portugal a few weeks back, but it was me trying to chase him down, and I was like, oh, this is going to happen again here. And I was getting very excited, but then he pitted onto the softs, so I was like, well, I guess that's not happening. But oh well.
Yeah, it looked like he was. It looked like he was going to do a one stopper, and I was even worried about it myself. And then he pulled into the pits, and it wasn't a tire wear situation. He pulled into the pits. I think it was the pace that you were closing the gap on him. But he's still in here in the interview room. So maybe he can answer that question himself.
Yeah, it was more. I just knew if I stayed on the hards, I was just going to get swallowed up by everyone who went up to the softs. So I figured give myself a chance at like maybe second or third, and kind of paid off in the end. So yeah, just I knew the hards weren't going to get it done.
Yeah, it was kind of touch. I think time wise, it was kind of touch and go. Whether he'd catch you or not, but yeah, it was a fantastic race to watch. Kind of the first part of it, maybe not so much, but after things settled down, when strategies start coming into play, it was really interesting race to watch, and got to commend all you guys on that. And I got to ask all three of you guys on the podium what you think, who would be your driver of the day. We'll start with we know Tetris is voting for Trenner. Trenner, who are you voting for?
I mean, I'm not going to go myself. I'd probably go Tetris. I think he started well, then got shunted all the way back by Cody's, and then overcame the old audio glitch as well. So I'm going with Tetris.
Hey, J-Man.
Trenner's strategy was elite today, so I think he probably deserves it.
Okay. And then it's over to you, my little Hong Kong wet noodle.
I definitely picked the P3 as the driver of the day.
P3.
Yahoo! 100%.
Yes, why not? Trenner, yes. Trenner, definitely Trenner.
Trenner's driver of the day, so we just thought we'd change it up a bit this week.
You've just taken driver of the day for the my little Singapore wet noodle comment.
I've been using that one all day, mate. I've been using that one all day.
How about Jenny, driver of the day? Why not?
I had a 2-minute noodle today, and I was like, oh yeah, my little wet noodle. That'll come in handy. That'll come in handy tonight.
That's priceless.
But yeah, right. what an event, guys, and fair play to you all, and
yes,
100%
really.
Racer,
Cheers, boys. I'm jumping out.
Yeah, really good one. Really good one. Anyway, thank you for the interviews. And at least it's a good comes for us. And we have to go, I believe. And I have to get my dinner very quickly. It's just very late for me already.
It's supper time here in Australia already, and it's 10:30. So
Yeah.
the neighbors will be complaining about noise if I keep it up. Good night from me.
Yeah, good night for you guys, and then I have to stop the streaming. Thank you very much for Singapore, and then look forward to the Tier 2 Singapore 100% race tomorrow, Inter Racing League, Season 6. Thank you, guys.
Good night.
To stop the streaming.